most significant thing I learned in middle school was that when it's done, it is done. We can't go back and fix it, so there is no point in regretting it. Instead of thinking about what we could have done in the past, we should think about what we will choose to do in the future.
Now, at the end of 8th grade, I realize that I am ready to leave the green shallows of the ocean shores that I have known for so long and venture out into deeper waters where the water is blue. It will be a challenge at first, but after time, I think I will adapt.
Having a Korean name, there was one major problem my teachers faced every single year. They couldn't pronounce my name right. Indeed, they still find it extremely difficult to pronounce my name correctly. In 6th grade, I was known as Soya. In 7th grade, my name was Seo Yang. And finally, now in 8th grade, one teacher even called me Leo Sai, which means turn left and tie. Because of my seemingly impossible to pronounce name, there were a few inevitable difficulties I had to face. Some of the teachers seldom called on me. I knew the answer, and I was eager to participate, but they never called my name. Listening to all kinds of variations of my name for 3 years, I'm now used to being called in names such as turn left. Hopefully, my unique name will allow the teachers to always remember me.
During middle school, my reading levels progressed to more and more complicated books. Every book contains the author's writing style and attitude. Every time someone reads a book, those ideas are transferred to the reader. All of the ideas the authors I've read, I've experienced in some way. However, as Aristotle put it, it is the mark of an educated mind to entertain a thought without accepting it. In 6th grade, I took too many ideas at face value without examining if these ideas fit with my moral values. Not to say all my earlier ideas were misguided, but some unfortunately were. All the reading I've done through middle school has not only exposed me to new information, but also to new ways of thinking.
During middle school, I learned how to look at the world from different perspectives and how to listen to others. I learned that giving opinions are very good, but unlike elementary school, you can't just do whatever you want. As we grow up, we need to learn how to work together with other people. Compared to how I acted at the beginning of grade 6, I am less selfish than what I used to be. Also, I tend to think more positively now. I used to complain and fuss about everything when one tiny thing went wrong. As we grow up, we realize that the world is full of things that sometimes we never expect to happen.
ISB has truly changed me, but it wasn't the school, it was the people. The people of ISB have the power to change anything or anyone they want. A supermarket or a vendor, a student or a school. The people of ISB can change anything. And if the people of ISB all help in doing the right thing, they can change the world, just like they have changed me.
Is it really over? Have the 3 years already passed? It all seems such an immense journey back in 6th grade. How did so much disappear so fast? But what a time I've had, now that I try and recall. So many friends have been made, so many who will catch me when I fall. So many wonderful teachers, so many classes I'll miss. Far too many memories, and too many moments of joy, of sheer bliss.
This year was my probably best year in middle school. Everything around me brightened up. Bluebirds were singing their best songs, and everything in my head was clear. More friends came into my life, and I felt better about myself. I learned about my identity, I learned what's right for me, and I accepted my own opinions. I figured out that conformity isn't the best thing after all. By the end of middle school, I have more confidence, and I don't have to imitate anyone anymore. I speak up and stand up for what's right, even though sometimes I have to stand alone.
Never did I know that my 6th through 8th grade experiences would form the core of my identity. In no way did I realize that my 3 years in middle school would be of such significance in the long term of my growth and development. That skinny 150-centimeter girl with the glasses and timid attitude has transformed into a 160-centimeter young woman with poise and certainty. In spite of some regrets and some unfulfilled promises, my journey through middle school at ISB has helped me develop my own unique persona, shaped by my surroundings, but most importantly, through my own exclusive personality.
In a current events assignment, we are asked to find bias in a news article. The Bangkok Post article on Somali pirates not only informed me
Thai Navy saw themselves serving justice by trying to capture these pirates, whereas the Somali pirates viewed all nations, such as Thailand, as intruders into their territorial waters and saw themselves as trying to protect their seas. From this experience, I learned that by looking at the world from different perspectives, we could all get along easier because we would have a better understanding of each other.
At this time, there's someone I'd like to acknowledge, someone who I know we all wish were here with us, to feel the mixture of accomplishment and the sadness of moving on. Nathan Broadus, a beloved classmate who in the depths of pain but also pride, passed away earlier this year. Nathan was a mentor to all of us in 8th grade. He taught us about death in a loving way. He taught us that you have to be strong, no matter what. And in the end, you would come through in your own way.
As I prepare to enter high school, I can now let go of the hand that has led me throughout all my school years. My experience in middle school has taught me all the tools I need to survive in high school. When I look at photos from me from the beginning of 6th grade to the end of 8th grade, I don't just spot the physical changes, but the mental and emotional changes shine through as well. My middle school years have been filled with grief and triumph, but I have all my friends and family to thank for staying with me throughout this entire experience and making it a memorable ride. I also thank my teachers for pushing me to strive for greater goods. However, perhaps most of all, I thank myself for being true to myself and surviving all the perils and obstacles that life has thrown at me.